So, I'm going to start off with this chair, and but first I want to welcome you. So, hello, I'm Julie from Julie's Everything Treasures, and I have my FaceTime live. So, welcome on FaceTime. I have my YouTube channel, so everyone welcome on YouTube. Hi Denise, how are you doing? And anyone watching on my website, hello, and glad that you could watch and enjoy. So I'm here in BC, Canada, and as I say, I'm Julie from Julie's Everything Treasures. Thank you, Denise, that's very sweet of you. And I'm just going to go over a couple of things while I'm sat here and talking to you. So I do my lives on Wednesdays. So that's on FaceTime, on lives on Facebook, not FaceTime, on Facebook. I do on a Wednesday, and it's chat and craft time, which usually is a craft, a painting, or a piece of furniture. And I chat away to you and do that while I'm doing it. And on Saturdays right now, I'm doing the same thing. I used to do a tour of my place. Hi Sheila, how are you doing? But at the moment, I'm not touring my place because I have it closed, unfortunately, for the moment. But I do still do the lives on Saturdays too. So my lives on Wednesdays and Saturdays will be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Canada on the West Coast. I'm in Chilliwack, BC, so anyone that's popping on from the area, say hello, and everyone else popping on, say hello, where you're from, and if you're new, please say hello. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for watching. And thank you, Sheila, that's so sweet of you. So what we're going to be doing is painting this chair. I'm going to show you in the best angles I can to paint this, but I'm going to be doing it a different technique than what I've done before. Now, I've done a lot of research the best I can because there isn't actually a lot of research out on this technique. I did try and research everywhere, and I learned all I could online, and I'm going to be trying it actually for the first time ever in real live in front of you guys. So I know, crazy thing to do, this could go totally wrong, but at least if that happens, the one thing you'll know is how to not do it, right? And if it goes right, then you'll learn how to do it. So that's okay. I'm okay with you watching with me as we learn this one. So when I've got this piece of furniture, I want it to look rustic. I want it to look distressed. And usually what you've seen actually over the last couple of weeks is me doing the wet distressing. But on this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do different kinds of distressing. So I'm going to clean up this chair, but it also has bits of paint, it has all kinds of things on it. I'm going to clean it up from any grease and dirt, but I'm okay with it still having the bits of paint and it looking kind of shabby because that's going to go with what I'm doing anyway. So bear with me and let's get this cleaned up. What I'm just going to do is basically use some Windex and just spray it down and then just wipe it off. I find when it's just grease or just dirt from basically, oh, you see it's got some string or something on it here. That's kind of funny. It used to have actually a little pad on here that's been cut off. That's funny. Oh, on this side too. Let's take that off too. As you can see, I just took this out of the garage and now I'm ready to paint it, so let's get it ready for paint. And one thing would be any ties it's got on it need to be taken off. So I've almost got it. I do have nails so I can grab it. Yeah, it used to have a pad on it. Anyway, just going to spray it down, clean it off. I find Windex works good for that, but also what's really good for cleaning pieces of furniture, especially grease, is if you just use the Dawn soap, dishwasher soap, the dish soap. My words today, I don't know, I'm not with it today, really. I don't know. I actually have not done any painting today, any crafts. I haven't done any of that. I actually have been watching YouTubes and lives and learning different things and just watching other people today. So I've kind of been a little bit relaxed, and now I've kind of got to get myself going, get myself motivated. But yeah, it was a nice relaxing day. And now it's time for painting. So just wipe it down. We're just basically taking off any dirt it has on it, or any grease, just so that basically the paint sticks better. Hi Carol, how are you doing? So I need to wait for that to just make sure that dries before I put anything on top of it. And what I'm going to be using first is this Vaseline, petroleum jelly as some people call it. Thanks Denise. I don't know, any of you that have done painting before or distressing furniture before, have you done this technique before? Have you done using this beforehand? So basically this is a protection so that if I wipe this onto the piece of furniture, wherever I wipe this on and then paint over it, this will protect the paint from actually going on. You've done that, Denise. Oh good, you can show me even more. This is my first time, so good luck for me. Send me some hearts for good luck on this one. So wherever I put this on the wood, on the piece of furniture, the paint should not stick. And when all the paint is dry everywhere and I wipe down with a dry cloth, hopefully the places that I've put this, the paint did not stick, and that will give it a distressed look. Thank you, Denise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fingers because I think I can get into any of the corners and anywhere I need to go with this nicely with my fingers. You know, I don't want to brush it on, I don't want it to have that look, I just want to kind of mould in. There isn't much shape to this piece, and that is because I picked this to do a different technique in a minute, which I'll show you. So I think it'll be quite easy. So what I'm going to do is get some of this onto my fingers, get my fingers all kind of waxy so that it's kind of waterproof, which means paint proof. And I'm going to go around randomly the sides, because that's where a lot of distress would be, going along the sides. And I want quite a lot of distress on this, so I'm really going to kind of pile it on and then go around the edges, really rubbing it in, trying to make it protective of any paint I put in that area. I'm just going to rub it on, especially, as I say, around some corners here, and then some of it you want on the front too. If I miss anywhere, any of these spindles, let me know. And you don't want a pattern, you want it different on each one, you don't want to make it look like you've done this. Hey Marsha, how are you doing? So, just rubbing it on, and I want a couple of places, as I say, just going to do it with my fingers of the flat surface here, and around the legs. Got a little bit of a chewed up area on this one leg, and you know what, I'm going to make sure I put lots there because I want that to come through. I think that'll be great. Around any joins would be fun too, so that the wood doesn't go on those. And if you have any knots in the wood, it'd be nice to actually expose them as well a little bit. Make sure you go along the back as well. And at the back of here, and the back of the spindles. My hands is quite waxy now, so I'm just going to use that to finish that spindle. And I want to go in here and in that's enough. I grab a cloth if I can. I'll use this paper towel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do different coats of different colours of paint, and I'm going to layer it on very random, and each layer will be just kind of an undercoat, and then the main colour I'll be doing last in a different way. So I'll show you that after. So first of all, I'm going to be using a green. It's a moss green. I think this one I got from Michael's. I'm not loving this colour, but I think it would be an awesome colour, this moss green, for an undercoat on this. And what I'm going to be doing is, after I lay it all on and distress it, you'll only see hints of these first coats. So, grab a brush. And I'm just going to put it on all over in random ways. No rhyme or reason to it, just splatter it on. I don't need it to cover everywhere, it's just a base coat, and I'll be doing other colours too. I just picked this colour up thinking it would be perfect for Christmas time, and the moss green is not a Christmassy colour, so I didn't actually end up using this one. So I figured I'd use it for this particular project. Might take a couple of coats just to get it a strong colour, but that's okay. Make sure I get the back. I'm not in a funk today, I'm just in a tired mood, and I think it's because I didn't do much. Usually I'm busy doing things, and today I didn't do much, and now I'm just kind of feeling lazy, you know? Do you ever have those days where you don't do much all day, and then when you have to get up you don't want to? Your favourite colour is green? Anybody can guess my favourite colour? Anybody know my favourite colour? Have a guess. See if anybody can think what my actual favourite colour is. And I don't think it's actually a colour, that'll give you a hint. I'm just going to tip this down just to give you a little bit of a look where I'm at on this. See? Because the angle I'm at, you're not going to see it all, but the top part is kind of important to see. Nobody can guess, or I'm not seeing my comments. I've heard today that Facebook's not been the best for showing comments and working well, because I think it's actually tired too. I think Facebook's been very much overworked for the last couple of weeks. People staying home and using it for their social calendar of meeting their friends, family, and, you know, just socially chatting on Facebook is the way to go right now, right? So I think it's tired. We've overworked Facebook. As I say, this is just the first coat, and as I go around it can be drying. I'm just back here, I won't be a minute. And right here, just getting the back of these legs and around the back here. Usually when I'm doing furniture in this room, I have music blasting. It's a room where I kind of set myself up and I have a music going, but I can't do that today. Not allowed to put music on. Oh, I almost fell into my own chair. Oh. There's a little screw there, and I put my knee on it. The sides. And then along here. Almost got this first coat on. And this one's probably one of the longest because I wanted it as a main colour for underneath. How are you all doing? Is this boring watching me paint? Almost done. I've already got paint all over me, so my mum watching this. I've already got my paint all over my hands and my arms, Mum, sorry. Messy painter, I know. Alright, that's coming along nicely, I like that. Oh. Alright, let's see what colour do we want next. I have a little bit of this Bohemian blue, and I'm saying a little bit because there's a tiny little bit on the bottom. So that's kind of what we're going for, this Bohemian blue. As I say, there's a tiny bit left at the bottom, and I'm going to use the brush here to just stir it up because it's well used. And because I don't need a lot of this, I didn't really need to open a new one. So I'm just going to stir it up, and I'm going to put a little bit of this on top anywhere it's dry. So I didn't bring my blow dryer down, I should have. I know you guys don't like that anyway, but let's try it. Let's put it up here a little bit. And this I'm just going to put it in random areas, not as much as the green. So I'm just going to basically pick parts that are dry, can be the parts that I choose to put this. And I'm okay with it also a little bit mixing in with the green. I'm not particularly creating a new colour, but I'm okay with it mixing and blending a little bit. Just waiting for it to dry a little bit. As I say, I should have brought my blow dryer down, but I didn't, and it's upstairs, so I'm not going to get it. I'm using the DIY brush. Actually this one, I've got 3 different brushes, all exactly the same, but they're all different. Like these ones are Home Depot, and the first one I used was the DIY. So what I do is I find the round chalk brushes. Those are the ones I use. And these two I actually got, they're called Bennett Professionals. But I got them from Home Depot. And I don't love them. But it works good for this. They're not real bristles. They're very, as I've said in my other lives, very plasticky. I know, it's not a real word, is it? But that's how they seem, kind of. So, yeah. Finding parts that are dry at the moment. It's taking a little while here. If I don't get it all finished today, that's fine. We'll continue again on Saturday. Back here is a little bit dry, so I'll get some done back here. Can you hear the train going by? Anybody hear that? The train is actually 2 houses down is where the train is going past me right now. It's not that loud, but it does shake this house when it goes by. I can feel it. So I'm just coming around the back here. Won't be a minute. As I say, I don't need it everywhere. And some of the parts that are still wet is because I still have that Vaseline on. So it's not going to dry. And that's the whole point of this. All right, I think I'm going to go on the top here. And I'm going in different ways on this because I do want texture on this. I want it to be really textured. And this, because it's at the very bottom, it's very thick. And actually, that I'm actually liking right now. All right, I think that's good. And as I come around, sorry, I need one of those swivel chairs that can just fly around doing this, I think. All right, next, what I wanted was an actual yellow colour. Let me see the comments here, see what's going on. Did you, Denise? I like listening to the trains, actually. So, yeah, I do. They calm me down. A lot of people, I think it would annoy. And as everybody should know, or probably do know, I don't live here. This is where I paint, craft and sell. This is my Julie's Everything Treasures place that I do everything out of. So I don't live next to the train track, so I'm not here all night. But when I listen to it and I feel the house vibrate, it actually does relax me. So you're wondering, I just went back on the comments, what is my favourite colour? My favourite colour actually is brown. I find brown, I love the brown, especially the fall colours, all the oranges, browns and all that kind of thing. But also what I love about brown is it goes with so many colours. Brown and white, brown and green, you know, brown and pink, brown and blue. It goes with a lot of stuff. So I think it's a good stable colour. So that's why I like it. It's my favourite brown. You got used to the train? Yeah. Sometimes I don't even hear it. If I'm busy doing stuff, I don't hear it. But I do kind of hear it when I'm doing a live, the train, just for the fact that I wonder if you guys can hear it and if it bothers you. Anyway, what I was saying here, I wanted a yellow colour to put on here, but I don't have yellow. So as I've been doing this last few weeks is haven't been out. I've been a good girl, I haven't been out. So I'm using all stuff I already have. So instead of yellow, I'm going to go with, what is this one? Summer Crush. And it's kind of a burnt orangey colour. So this one, I'm using a smaller brush. Hey Xander, how you doing? And I'm just going to go over a few small places. As I say, I'm okay with the colours blending a little, that's okay. It's all going to be in the background. And this is going to be basically just a background colour. And this chair probably looks like a hot mess right now, but like anything, usually it's ugly before it gets better. This is an ugly duckling, but I bet you it'll look better after. Just bear with me. Let's see what we can do. As I said, just putting a little bit of this colour on. I don't need it everywhere. And that should be enough. And every time I go around, I keep kneeling on that screw that's onto the cloth. So it keeps getting my knee. Anyway, that's another one done. Now, the next colour, I think I'm going to do is a little bit of grey, but I think I need this to actually just dry a little bit. So let's see what everyone's saying. It's a camo chair. Yes, it kind of looks camo right now. But it would definitely go with brown, right? My favourite colour. So I'm going to just get some of my grey and just clean up a little bit here with these paint tops so I don't kneel on them. Maybe put some of them on, because knowing me, I'll knock something over. And then we'll have paint everywhere, and that's not good. So, we're going to go with some grey here, and I think I'm just going to bring some out onto this plate, because I don't want the colours to mix into my can. So I've just put a little on this plate here. As you say, it looks wet, and it will be, because even though some of the paint is wet, also where I put that Vaseline, the petroleum jelly there, it's going to stay wet until I wipe it with a dry cloth. Alright, I think that's what I need for that colour, and I think it's going to be a little wet to do much else. Oh, I need to put some colour up here. You're not reminding me where I'm missing, guys. So the final background colour, I'm going to do a little bit of again, and then I'm going to let it dry and do the main colour. I think, we'll see if we can do it today, but we'll see. See if it dries enough. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of white. Just a little. So I'm going to get some out on this plate like I did the grey. Move the grey brush out my way. And I'm just going to do around here. And I think that's enough of the white. So that's what we have going on. It looks very messy. I'll try and flip it so you can see. That's what we got going on the top there. Looks very messy, but this literally needs to dry completely. So I'm going to just let that dry, and I'm gonna grab my tea. And if anyone has any questions, pop them in the comments and I will answer them. And if you are new, then pop on and say hello. I'd like to say thank you for watching, for anyone that I know, and for anybody new, welcome. And I'm Julie from Julie's Everything Treasures. I do lives on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I'm going to be finishing this chair on Saturday. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want this to turn brown. Even though I love brown, I don't want it to turn brown. So I think what I'm going to do is leave it at this stage, let it dry completely, and then it'll dry nicely by Saturday, and you'll be surprised on Saturday to see what colour I'm actually going to do the chair. Because again, just to remind you, this is just all the underneath. This is the base coat. So the actual real colour of this chair won't be revealed until Saturday. So I hope you pop on Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific Eastern Time and watch the next step and see what happens. And we'll go on to the next step. And I will not be using, as I say, one thing, surprise on Saturday, what colour I'll be using for the top. And the second thing, surprising, when I do the top coat, I won't be using a brush. So maybe if you can have a think, put in the comments what you think I'm going to use to put the top coat on with. And you can then come back on Saturday and see me finish the chair and see if this is going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down when it's finished. As I say, been doing lots of research, trying to learn this technique, and I hope that it works out the way I want it to, and that it's going to result in being great. So if you can please put in the comments how you feel about the chair, or say hello, and if you can spread the love, tell your friends to join and sprinkle, and even if you could share this live, that would be amazing, because right now, for everyone, including myself, times are tough. I'm not selling at the moment, so these lives are basically my way of generating some, not income, I'm not getting money for this, but I'm generating some presence online to build my business from the back, so that when I am able to sell, then I'll have lots of people cheering me on as I'm selling my products. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'm just going to check. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you back here on Saturday, and have a good night, and please be safe.